Like I said previously on part 53 is that I was gonna do another story in this part, so this part right now. Okay, so this is a Crystal Melendez serial, and this is period 8. She used to be in like English 9 college prep by September 5, 2018. Is Mrs. Schmidt. Um, People usually call her Miss Fenny, but you'll learn about her in the future. Whenever I feel like uh, telling you, it's not my job to tell you what teachers are. I'm just telling you what I can just tell you about my teachers, for example. Just my teachers, not anyone's teachers. It's not my job. It's my job just to keep it to myself. That's all. So here I am with another story of with Crystal's story. So yeah, Estrella. It's the year 2025 in New York City, where there are people crowding the streets trying to get around, and yet little Estrella is growing up without a roof over her head. Most people would feel unsafe sleeping in the only place Estrella knows how to call home. Estrella was put in the foster system when she was found on the doorstep when she was a baby. Pardon me. Mm, pardon me. She grew up going from home to home because nobody decided to keep her. On her 15th birthday, she finally made a choice to run away from her foster home. But life wasn't really too forgiving to her, but she ended up on the streets again, which is kind of homeless. Estrella wasn't as innocent as she looked. She stole from people walking on the street and from other homeless people just so she can have what she needed, disregarding if the other people need it. She stole foods from the little kids that they were eating. She stole from women's purses, and she stole men's wallets, and would take all the money and give them the wallet back. Nobody liked Estrella or trusted her, so she didn't really have any friends. Well, I mean, besides one girl who every morning walks by Estrella and gives her $1. Her name was Isabella. When Isabella was a baby, she was also put into a foster system. When Isabella was free, Estrella was found on the steps and put in the same foster system as Isabella. Isabella loved to help taking care of it or Estrella. They considered each other like sisters to each other. When Isabella turned 18 years old, she was told that she had to leave because she was already an adult and Estrella felt alone. So that's why she decided to leave when she turned 15. She thought the outside world was better than a foster home, so she stayed, but she was mistaken. She left, so she didn't feel alone, but that's all that happened when she left. 2 years went by of Estrella just stealing from people until she finally turned 17. It's Estrella's 17th birthday, and as Isabella came by to congratulate her, Isabella's birthday present to Estrella was $50, and she was going to take care of her out to eat so she can enjoy a nice meal. While Isabella was congratulating Estrella, this order, this older lady walks by and hearing say, "Happy birthday!" And she turned around. The lady looks around her 20s and introduced herself. "Hi, my name is Angelica. Sorry for interrupting you, but I have a gift for you if you accept it." Somebody's here with my food.
Can I have one? Or
What?
no? Mozzarella stick, or you want them all? You can have them all if
You
you
can
want.
you can have one.
One. All right, there you go.
Thank you.
Your chicken pot pie is cooking.
All right. Sorry guys. I'm gonna show you what I got real quick. Guess what I have. Guess what I have? Mozzarella sticks. That's what I have right here. Um, my chicken pot pie is cooking. I'm having chicken pot pie and I'm having mozzarella sticks, which is cheese sticks. And I have one, two, three, four, five, six, and seven. They were eight cheese sticks, but I give it to my mom. So So yeah. Where's pause? Oh, here we go. It's gone. Oh, okay. She gave Estrella a small star almost the size of her palm. She told Estrella, "Shall you use this star for good to help others, you will be rewarded with the good fortune." But Estrella did not listen. The first thing Estrella wished for when she got the star to have the biggest house on her street. She wished to have more money than anyone on her block. She wished every foster parent that she had misfortune. She wished everybody on her block misfortune as well. She only wanted Isabella and Angelica to be as happy as her, but Isabella didn't want to be her friend anymore because she didn't like what she was doing to the poor people that lived near her, and Angelica did not know what that was happening. When Angelica found out that Estrella was doing, she wasn't very happy. She went straight to Estrella's house to talk to her. When Angelica got to Estrella's house, she knocked and knocked and knocked but got no answer. She figured Estrella was home, but she still had some lights on in the house, so she snuck in through the back. When Angelica walked up to Estrella's room, she saw her crying on a bed. And Angelica asked her what's wrong, and Estrella replied, "I'm so miserable." Angelica was confused and proceeded to ask, "You have everything most people don't. Why are you miserable? What's the point of having all of this when nobody is where to share it with?" answered Estrella. Angelica had remembered at the moment that she already warned Estrella about the star and told her to use the star for good. "Where's the star?" Angelica asked Estrella. Estrella pointed. "It's the top drawer on to the left," sobbing. Angelica got the star and brought everything back to normal. Estrella was back on the streets with her only friend, Isabella. But now, Estrella had learned the value of being selfless and honest. She stopped stealing for people and needed to start helping them. Estrella got into school and graduated from a community high school when she was 21 and started a college year later. She has a job and she has many more friends and she has her own place. Life has rewarded Estrella with the good things and proved her wrong about life being cruel. She's now she has a now life with a different aspect and always tries to give back as much as she can help to people overcome what she went through. That was okay. Good story. I like it. My cough is not going away. See, I hate it. I hate it when that happens. Prohibition. Prohibition. This is from U.S. History class. Prohibition. Goal. I will be able to describe how prohibition affected American culture and society. Well, do you already know? The 18th Amendment ban on the sale and production of alcohol. It was approved in 1999, or it was approved in 1919, and it took effect on January 1920. My apologies. Part 1. In the space below, please tell me what you have already know about the prohibition. List as much as you can, but please don't leave it a blank. If you know nothing, say, "I don't know anything yet. This is a new topic for me." Don't just write. Don't just don't just say don't just leave it blank. Just I want to know if you know this. What was prohibition? As you may recall, the temperance movement began in America in the middle of 1800s. Members of this government or movement urged people to stop drinking alcohol. They pressured the U.S. government to make drinking alcohol legal. This movement led to an amendment that made selling and drinking alcohol illegal. This ban was called prohibition. To prohibit means to stop people from doing something, like wrong. Part 2. Choose one of these two videos to watch and fill out the video cheat. Video 1 and video 2. You can click one of those links. This will take you right here, and this will take you right here also. Be sure to type in the title of the video at the top of the notes sheet. Scroll down to video title 1. Part 3. Choose one of these two videos to watch fill out the video cheat. Be sure to type in the title of the video at the top of the notes sheet. Scroll down to video title 2. Part 4. Everyone must do the reading and notes. Go to Discovery and click on the assignment called Temperance and Prohibition, and use page 9 only. Click here for access to the textbook. Scroll down to the Temperance and Prohibition notes. How do I turn this stuff in? Below are directions and links for how to turn in the various portions of this assignment. Submit the hybrid documents learning. Video title. A. This is A, E, I, O, and U. You guys know this in daycare. Write two objectives that come in mind while you're watching the example. For example, like mysterious. You have two answers. E. Emotion. How did the article make you feel? Two emotions. Interesting. Write down two facts that you found interesting. Oh, wow. Write down two things that make you go, wow. What two questions do you have after watching this video? Video title 2. Same thing here. Adjectives. A is for adjectives. Write two of them that come in mind while you're watching an example of this video. Like it can be an example of mysterious. Which are two answers only. Emotion. E for emotions. How did this article make you feel? Two emotions. Interesting. Write down two facts that you found interesting. Interesting is for I. O is for O. O and O. Wow. Write down two things that you made you go, wow. Um, uh, U is for What two questions do you have after watching this video? Temperance and prohibition. How did the prohibition affect the nation? Directions. Go to Discovery, look for assignment called the Temperance and Prohibition. Use only page 9 to fill out the notes page below. What did the temperance movement urge people to stop doing? We just talked about this. What did the temperance movement push the government to do? What did the 18th Amendment do? When did the amendment take effect? Not ratified. What did the Volstead Act do? Two things. Which alcohols were not banned? Why? Two kinds. What was the aim of prohibition? List the two ways where you can add 2 to 4 ways. Actually 4 ways. You can actually list two sentences. Actually all this. List the two ways of sentences. You can ask two sentences of ways reformers use prohibition. 4 ways be detailed. 4 questions. What was a major problem with prohibition? Don't say because people didn't like it. Where was illegal liquor sold? What is a bootlegger? Who did bootlegging attract and why? St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Who was involved? Where was it? When was it? What happened? Why was no one arrested? See the top of the paragraph about the police. Policey? What? That's not how you say police. Policey. Which amendment ended prohibition? When was the 18th Amendment repealed? Did prohibition work? Why or why not? Doesn't have to be one of those. It doesn't matter if you pick one of them. Just pick one. Always. I just woke up at 12 p.m. today, 12 in the afternoon, which is a good time to answer one of those questions. Definitely. Video questions, anatomy of an earthquake. Video questions, anatomy of an earthquake. In this model, how deep down does the fault descend? What is preventing the sides of a rock from sliding past each other? Just to let you know, guys, that I'm not clicking any of those assignments because those assignments can cause like personal info I do not want to expose. So I am not clicking. I am not clicking the assignments that have like personal info that has like somebody's info or maybe another student's info. I'm not clicking any of this stuff. So no, sir. No thanks. Video questions. Anatomy of an earthquake. In this model, how deep does the fault descend? What is preventing the sides of a rock from sliding past each other? What does a sudden rupture of a fault release? What is the magnitude 6.5 earthquake equal to? What do the P waves or pressure waves do to the rock? What is the names of the waves that vibrate the rock side to side, perpendicular to the rock, or motion to travel? What made people realize that they're experiencing an earthquake? What are the third type of waves that people experience? This can remind you. How much of a seismic energy is released in its first 10 seconds? How are softer sediments affected by the seismic waves? What claims most of the lives? What two factors made people vulnerable to earthquakes? The copy of the Great Migration notes discovery. The Great Migration. Discovery, Chapter 6. Directions. Go to Discovery, look for assignment called Pushing for Migration. Use pages 1 to 6, complete the notes below. Pushing the Migration, part page 1. Excuse me. What we're living in economic conditions in the South like from African Americans from 18s, no, not 18s, but 1800s into the early 1900s. What were Jim Crow laws? I'm gonna um I'm gonna do an more on this, so just reminding you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna do like an ASMR. Um, I'll continue the rest later because I mean I'm really hot, guys. I really am because I am so warm right now. So I usually I usually don't know why I'm um like I usually think of the migration that comes for pushing for migration. You guys can actually comment down below. What do you think of migration so far? It's pretty cheesy. Sponsored by this video. I'm just wishing this thing could be more cheesy. I thought it was just gonna, um, I thought it was just gonna be more cheesy, but pardon me. I thought it was gonna be like stringy cheese, but it is kind of is, but it doesn't look like it. So. Probably my chicken pot pie at part 55. Which is gonna be like an ASMR break. Because this is what I'm having for lunch right now, so. So yeah. My cheese sticks don't work. It's kind of bad. Sometimes it does that. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen because I'm gonna read the rest of it. So, yeah. African Americans head north, page 2. Why did African Americans want to leave farming and move north? Two reasons. Don't just put one answer. What was the Grand Migration? How long did the Grand Migration last? Where did people tend more to move? Like, list 3 exact places. By 1970, how many African Americans had left the South? During the time of the Great Migration, thousands of immigrants were also moving to the United States. How did this hurt opportunities for African Americans? What did the Immigration Act of 1924 do? How did the World War I hurt the labor force in the United States? Think before and after the Great War. A Promise of a Better Life, page 3. What does the tax say was the strongest pull factor to getting African Americans to move north? True or false? When African Americans moved north, the segregation and racial discrimination ended. All right, the Manu Negro, page 4. For those that fought the World War I, how did they believe their status would change once they came home for fighting? Did anything change? What was the new Negro? African Americans face challenges, part 5. Which group was responsible for many lynchings in the South? How are lynchings used to keep in order in the South? If the Northeast, what happened to skilled African American workers when soldiers returned home for World War I? What did African Americans do this? What did they do about it? Alright, I'll be eating my chicken pot pie at par 55. Um, if you guys have any questions, just let me know in the comments. Um, I went to sleep at like 5 a.m. and I was like really tired. I couldn't really sleep very well. So, um, I've been up for a little while. So, yeah, it took me a little bit of rest. So I had to get at least like 8 hours of sleep, but like 5 or 6 hours of sleep, that's okay, I guess. I don't mind doing that. But 8 hours of sleep is like way better. So, yeah. All right. If you have any concerns, let me know in the comments. You can answer those questions if you feel like it. All right. See you guys in part 55.